Trollord Games. Join the fray.
Hello, whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Welcome back to the Feywild. Welcome back to Prismere, the domain of delight that has been rent in. What's the equivalent of twain?
Thrain.
Thank you. I was like rented. I was like, yes, rented. Oh no, it's always twain. What's the other one? What's the next one? Yes, rented Thrain by the evil Hourglass Coven. 3 hags with a rather nasty intent as they corrupt and subverts this little corner of the Feywild into their own domain. Bavlorna had created hither into the swamp of her dreams, and here and thither, Scabatha Nightshade is corrupting the forest so that all is decaying and dying, and regret reigns supreme, as she is the hag of the past, and everyone looks back all the things that might have been or should have done and all that nonsense, which you don't want to dwell on too much, although it can inform the future nicely. Now, let us jump into that in a bit more detail in a second here. A few thank yous before we do that. First and foremost, the wonderful folks that are bringing this and keeping the lights on and all of the things, as well as all of you fine people with those lovely donations and subscriptions. Phantom, thank you for the gifted subs, you absolute legend. And everyone who's giving us the follows and everything, thank you so much. Always an absolute pleasure to have you here, and my lovely players, of course, without which there'd be no stories whatsoever. So thank you all so much. And also, we have those lovely folks over at Trollord Games, Phoenix Dice, CZRPG, and Nathworks 3D. These wonderful people supporting the channel and giving you all the chance to head on over. Yeah, do it when you and Streamlabs do the same thing at exactly the same time. Sorry, sorry for the double post, everyone. They're slightly different. Okay, so yes, jump on in there and give a look at all of their fantastic stuff that they have on offer. You have the chance today to win yourself some freebies from CZRPG as the giveaway is open. ! Enter in chat for your chance to win today's giveaway, this week's giveaway, which is the Scarred Jungle. Charlie, I believe you have some.
Yeah, no, I read through it. It's tight.
Nice.
It looks good. It looks good.
Fantastic. And more news about Charlie and the Scarred Jungle later on. Now, as we are moving on here, if you are not lucky enough to win the giveaway, fear not, because there is the chance to reap the benefits of joining us here today, as you can head on over and use these coupon codes on the fabulous folks at Phoenix Dice and Nathrax and CZRPG's catalogue on Drive Through RPG. So jump in there and get yourself nice discounts off top quality stuff. Now, last but not least, we have a couple of thank yous to do, artistically speaking. First, in the audio department, those lovely folks at Sirenscape with sounds and sound effects and music for your games. Played all over the world to your players and create your own sound sets, all kinds of cool stuff. I thank you. Speaking of music, it's a bit loud. I know what happened, Baron. Thank you, mate.
What happened?
I know what happened. It's there was a bloody OBS update, so it just resets all of your levels and everything as they like to.
Did it?
Warning for later, Scarlett. You might want to.
I'm using the elements.
Okay, good. You should maybe okay. I'm using Streamlabs, so yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Baron. Thank you, Nuke Lane. Is that better now? We all good? Should be. Sorry, it just resets the volumes there. All right. Okay. Cool people in chat. And sponsors over there. Coupon codes, etc. Okay. Sirenscape. I'm a pretty loud fellow. It was probably okay. Now, as we are rolling on there, I mean, the most important shout out will be drowned out by the music. The fabulous Evan Blair art. It is beautiful, beautiful character art. You can give them a look at all of their socials there and head on over and check them out. Speaking of socials, if you want to keep up to date with us, you can follow us over on YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter. Get all of the news, catch up with the VODs, all of our previous campaigns, which now number 3, Curse of Strahd, Descent into Avernus, and Rime of the Frost Maiden is now finished and done. If you want to see what happened, you can head over to the YouTube channel. And once I catch up with the uploads, you can catch up with the VODs of that. And all of our sounds and music that we use outside of Sirenscape are available there. All the links for the free, royalty-free, copyright-free music that you're available to use in any projects that you like are all linked over there. Now, the best place for news, we dropped a little bit of news right before we went live today with all of the announcements that are coming up for next week. A big charity stream happening, some special guests, and lots of delicious sponsors. You should head over by giving us a follow and jump into our followers' Discord, recently followed by a certain Anna Meyer, the fabulous cartographer for the Greyhawk universe, who is always over on Lord Kusumba's channel. Wonderful, wonderful person. Got the chance to talk to her properly last week for the first time. Lovely, lovely lady.
Nice.
Keep your eyes open for news. Speaking of news, I will be on Lord Kusumba's channel in the near future. Looking forward to heading over there for a DM's roundtable. It's going to be very exciting. Right, okay. That said, let us meet these wonderful people and find out just what's going on in the Feywild. Last time, our adventurers were up in the floating isles, leaping from moat to moat, dodging spells as a pixie and... what, the other group? Pixies, sprites, thank you. I wanted to say fairies, but that's not true. Yes, pixies and sprites were battling, spells were flying this way and that. There was flames and wild magic surges and polymorphs and all sorts of shenanigans. But they were successful. They gathered enough poop and returned with their baskets laden with the brown diamonds, the brown gold that was
the brown slime,
the Jabberwock poop, the what was the word?
Jabadookie.
Jabadookie, thank you.
Jabadookie.
It's like if Green Day played D&D. No, I don't know. Sorry, aging myself. I'm surprised half of you laughed. Okay. So,
he stuck around. Green Day stuck around for a really long time.
They have.
Didn't they have a concert recently?
Good on them.
I think so.
Okay, but knowing the album was called Dookie is impressive. That's a very old album. Okay, now. I do like to do basket case at karaoke, it's great. Okay.
That's a good one.
It is. As they jumped around and managed to, I was going to say avoid the spells, but they didn't really. Were plagued by wandering fireballs and polymorphs and all sorts of things happening. They did manage to get enough of the Jabberwock, the Jabberookie, to return to Grandfather Tree, Emin's childhood home, to allow the pixies there to fertilize their crop of ballistic mushrooms and defensive fungi as they were arming up to fight off the red caps and the tin soldiers that Scum of the Nightshade sends out marauding through this realm. And then they returned to the goblin. Actually, I'm going to say, I'm not going to decide which route you take. We shall return to Grandfather Tree as you're about to leave there and head north up once more. And we shall join them on their journey up through thither, as they are questing to find Emin's brother, who is out there somewhere, leading a gang of escaped children and causing the hag all sorts of trouble and mischief. So, let us jump back into things here as we start today's session of Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Right, welcome back everybody. Now, let us meet these wonderful people going around the overlay for myself here. Daisha, who you in real life? Who you playing? Where they at?
Hi, my name is Stephanie in real life, and in real life I run a cool vending machine company called Vex Vending, where we vend really cool, creative things, along with my fiance, my husband right over there,
Yeah.
somewhere.
I believe there was a ceremony at some point.
Yes. Eventually
It
we
happened.
got there. It happened.
The way the set up, the overlay set up there, those kisses flew at Scarlet. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, it's fine.
She's cute.
Thank you.
And
I'm not. Thank you.
And I am playing Daisha, who is a Yanti barbarian, and right now she is walking around like this, going, Willie, do the spell. Willie, do the spell. Just hands
Clean, please,
covered
clean,
in
please.
shit, and she is not happy.
I'm sure it was somewhere between the floating isles and grandfather tree that was fixed. I'm
Yes.
sure.
Yes,
All right.
I would hope so.
Right. Okay. Thank you very, very much. Next up, Corey. How about you?
Hi everyone, I'm Scarlett Song, she, her. I'm an artist from Australia and also a GM. As for Corey, apparently I was sipping tea for the majority of combat last time.
Cocooned once again.
Cocooned once again. Probably had a stern talking to with my hair. And unlike Daisha, was it possible to keep any of that Jabadook?
Sure.
Cool. I would have liked to kept just a small pouch, like for later purposes.
Just to fertilize your hair.
I mean, I don't know. The hair, like, is it like those mud
Adonia's
masks?
getting a glow up. Grow up?
Grow up?
Grow
Yeah,
up.
But
Aw.
yes, for her part, she went through a for her part, she is like fairly chill with the entire experience. Like a little bit annoyed she didn't get to do anything, but fairly chill.
Indeed. Rangers and druids, okay with poop. Now, thank you, Sirenscape, for just the nice silence there. So, even the music was just like,
Awkward silence.
Emin, your good self?
Hello, everybody. My name is Colby, and I am playing Emin Pastiche, the fairy rogue. And he's happy to be victorious without interacting with the Jabberwocky at all. Well, proxy interaction.
There it is.
Yeah, but he's also got serious whiplash between the polymorph and the blink spell. He's
Yes. A blink
he's got
dog
a
under
little
the
bit
effects
of
of
a
the blink
1,000-yard
spell.
stare.
It's just like, I've seen so much. Hey, yeah. Okay.
Like you start blinking, like into like.
Indeed.
You're like a cracked out chihuahua with a Red Bull.
He's definitely shaking a little bit.
Like,
1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, chamomile.
I'm fine.
Like some
I'm fine.
chamomile.
I'm fine. Stop offering me tea. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right. Continues to
Alright.
sip.
Thank you.
Oh,
Filigrim.
hi. I'm DM Charlie, professional dungeon master and face of DM Charlie Gaming.
There it is.
Yeah, you hear me say it every week.
That's true.
I am playing Billy Grimm, a human Fey-Pact warlock investigator who, right now, striding back from this scheisse of a task, is casting the Presta DG, the Shija Presta, every single way. I need it again under my fingernails and behind my ring and in the cuff. To the point that
didn't
he
use
is.
gloves?
To the point that he is pushing Daisha away, saying, yeah, I will cast the spell on you. A moment, hold on. I am still smelling the I am still, hold on. One minute, Liebchen.
No!
Corey like whispers into like her hair.
Isn't
Could I have
it
some
Ein Minuten?
jasmine? Just like, could I have some jasmine, dear?
I think it's
Like,
I'm in Newton,
stressed.
but that is because Eddie Izzard said that way, so I'm not sure. Although he is a very, very good linguist. He was very, very good with his French and German and everything. Okay, right. In his words, Europe is so much potential as this amazing melting pot of culture and exchange. It just needs to fucking melt a bit. I suppose it is at the moment. So,
Oh, true. Yeah.
Ooh,
sorry.
my poor darling.
Too soon?
Live
I know. Yeah.
40 degrees.
Yep. In London,
Yowza.
they are not prepared. Trust me.
They are
No.
not prepared.
No. My mum says up there where they're up in the north, it's not so bad. Which is good because our good friend Swag of the channel fame here that you will know, my friends, is currently back that way, visiting the homestead. So hopefully not gonna. He's like, yes, I can leave the Japanese summer. Oh shit.
Oh,
It should be,
that's so sad.
at least it should be less humid.
Oh,
Japanese
true.
summer's the worst.
Oh,
Although this year we're actually not doing too bad. It's,
It was bloody
very chill.
frost. It was negative in Melbourne for once. Like, it's never been negative.
Wow.
It doesn't go negative. I'm like, oh, hi! Seasonal change.
Winter.
How are you?
I see. Okay, my friends. Actually, I need to move this map then. If we are back down south. What we said, grandfather tree, because it's not on the map. Grandfather tree was in this Oxbow. Is that an Oxbow?
It was in the. It was either here or it was like in the cloudy bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it was in that. It was in that. Is that called Oxbow? The curve like that in the river, right?
I think
that's
so.
that's an Oxbow lake, isn't it? Yeah. Chat,
I've learned
chat,
something new.
help. But yeah, it was in that U-turn. There you go. That's the geographical term.
It was in.
The
It was in
river's
like
U-turn.
the bottom left, kind of like shark fin.
Oh, was it on that side of the river? Okay.
No, I don't remember if it was like there or on the other side. It was on one of those.
That general neck of the woods. Okay, so you have travelled down, and the pixies were delighted, and do not care about getting poop all over their hands. As they're buzzing around, and you can actually see these little nubs of mushrooms starting to grow, and they're packing it in there and getting it all ready to sort out. And woe betide the next group of red caps that comes this way.
Ballistic mushrooms. It's been so long.
Okay, now loom, not thither. There we go. Let's just get some ambiance. So, my friends, discuss.
Well, there was a cleaning ritual before.
Just
I
done
think-
and dusted.
For her part, in order to encourage the lack of complaining, Corey takes some of the dried flowers that she's been gathering in like bits and bobs in her hair, like crushes them down, essentially makes potpourri pouches. Just like rub this just below on your chest. It'll help with the vacating of stench for you, dear. To Daisha and to Billy and to Emin. She does it a little bit, but she doesn't care as much because she always is smelling plants. And when she's not, she has a mask on. So the smell's actually quite probably very dulled for her comparatively to everyone else.
I was gonna say you practically have flowers like in your nose as well.
Pretty much. Like I've got like, in terms of the overall, it's just like flower and varying changes of scent intensity as well, and then a mask. So like the poop smell is like a whatever.
Okay.
So
and
here you are, dear.
I mean, the pixies are terrified of Juniper, who's just like trying to catch them.
No. Down. We'll feed you properly. Come on.
yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Okay, sorry.
She's a
Sorry.
rescue.
She is.
Emin, I think, as he, after this passing of the stool, as it were, as opposed to passing of the torch, he is going to find somewhere to lay down, and he's going to try to take a short rest.
Do you have a favorite branch like out on the edge of the tree that you used to like fly to when your parents were being horrible?
Yeah, I think it's probably pretty high up. Now, maybe not so high.
Yeah.
And you know, there's the branch makes like a perfect like Y, and there's like a kind of nest made there.
Okay.
And he got pretty beat up.
Yeah.
So he's going to before he flies up there to rest, he's going to turn to everybody and say, "Hey, look, make yourselves at home. I need a minute or an hour or two. I don't know yet.
You need a nap, dear.
I gotta go be by myself for a little while."
It's alright.
Okay.
Oof.
So.
Cruel, Phantom. Cruel. If we are taking a short rest, I think Corey would take that opportunity to go hunting for and with Juniper.
Yes.
And to make sure that both the owl bear is fed and the dwarf crocodile are fed.
Yes.
Juniper is the
Snoodle
owlbear.
also wants to hunt.
Snoodle. There we go.
Snoodle is Juniper's very keen on hunting. Snoodle would like to probably also go hunting, but maybe chasing things. So it's just like, come on, you snappy lot.
You can take Snoodle to the river.
So many.
Yeah,
So many.
it's right there.
So many pets.
I didn't know I was gonna get these.
Oh
I
yeah,
need-
no, yeah.
It's just
I was
like,
just trying to keep
Snoodle.
them all straight. Yeah.
It's alright, no, you're good. Snoodle dear, yeah, go fishing. I'm going to go see if I can hunt potentially rabbits.
Okay. Let me just check something here.
Just fully embody Elmer.
Yeah, it's a 4 there, Phantom. So do that one more time. So Corey gets 1.
Oh, I get a wild magic surge? This is convenient. I'm going hunting.
It'll be a spin of the wheel. So
Oh,
Uh-oh.
even better.
Uh-oh.
Or worse. I'm excited. Hit me up.
skip the and there, Phantom. I'm just double checking. We didn't have any leftovers from last time. Oh, we do. Villy,
Also-
say goodbye to your constitution.
Ah!
Oh, yeah.
Nine.
But you do get the other roll of the dice of the wheel,
Yep.
so maybe it might come back.
We'll see what happens.
That'd be nice, because I forget, it was a +5, was it?
Yes.
It
Those
was
of you in chat
high.
who are not sure what's going on here, the gifting of subs or subbing can, in certain circumstances, trigger a spin of a little
Thanks,
wheel.
Phantom.
Thank you, Phantom. Yes, always. You're a legend. Okay, so Corey, as you are hunting,
Chaos. Yes.
this happens.
Bring the chaos.
Whoops! All charisma.
Oh, yes!
Oh no.
Yes.
Just like,
I'm going to
oh, no,
convince the animal to come into my traps.
Said the spider to the fly. No, said the. Yes, that's right. Yeah, right.
Corey
Correct.
has
So what does
this,
that
like,
mean?
Snow White.
Yeah, they
woman
come into my
with,
parlor. Said the
like-
spider to the fly.
Yeah, what is it? It's the scene from Shrek when like Fiona is like singing
Even
to
better.
the bluebird, and it's just like do-do-do-do. She just starts humming, and then and as the thing goes, it's just like, oh, thank you.
And one more for our friend Willie. Spin. He wants that comeback.
Oops, off string.
Whoops. Also, whoops, all charisma. Power couple.
Hey, that
Power
works.
couple.
Though.
What?
That's
Hey.
really good.
It's good for a for a warlock, right?
So
Yeah.
when
Oh,
you
no,
say all
sorcery,
charisma,
Very
does that
nice.
make it 20?
So yeah.
Yes. I've already changed your sheet. Refresh.
Eh?
If you refresh it,
Yeah,
should
Vic.
pop up there. So +5.
Oh.
Nice.
Wait,
yours
I-
Willie as well.
Yeah.
I do not see a +5 charisma on my sheet. I'll see if I can reload it from
Yeah,
because I'm on the
refresh.
app right now.
Okay. Yeah, I just changed it in the character builder, so it should be there if you refresh.
Nice.
Perfect.
I have.
Wow.
I have.
Wow. Ooh, that loss of
Constitution.
12 hit
Wait,
points.
did you
Ooh.
give it to me in Constitution or into Charisma?
Charisma.
No, because both didn't you?
Yeah. Willie will look.
Oh no,
at
my bad. I
Ore.
did put it in Constitution. Sorry.
I was about to say I don't remember having 41 hit points, but I won't say no.
Sorry. There you go. Sorted.
Thank you.
Wi-
Cat.
Willie will look at Kore and he will suddenly notice, like, how did he not notice what a strong and capable and independent person she is? Look at her managing these animals. How did he not notice this? And
Corey
he's
just
kind of-
like spins around in slow motion. The hair like the flowers.
exactly kind of transfix these things, and all of a sudden, come over him as he himself, must look like slightly more serious, somebody to take with more consideration as he realizes all of that extra health just slides
It's
out.
like-
And he goes from, just
Goes from, like-
reduces, enervates. He goes from, I need to go take a nap with Evan. Oh,
It's like the it's like all the
darling.
kids. It's like all the kids animes here, like
Yes!
Crayon Shin-chan and
Yeah!
Chibi Maruko-chan when they suddenly go like super cool. And
Yeah.
Yokai Watch does it all the time as well.
exactly.
I'd like to think that Corey sees that and like, all right, like just from like where Corey is as she goes about to go home, it's like, oh, Billy looks a lot tired than usual. Hey, are you okay, dear? Do you need a coffee or something?
Phantom is shipping Wilore.
Lori, you're gonna have to get past the hair first, mate.
Oh,
Thorns.
Um,
Willie's like, I am sure I will. This looks very, very safe, and we'll just kind of lay down at the roots of grandfather tree and like one of the big
Face
bowls.
down in the moss.
Exactly. Pull some leaf litter up around
Alright.
him and stuff. And just,
Is
So-
Quilly not a better ship name?
Quilly's good. Quilly's good.
Just,
I
know.
would say, and so like I will say that probably like Corey like sees Billy this upped charisma and goes, and then just goes, and like, come on, Juniper, come on.
Willie,
it's
you have like a full on
Xenobius."
full on Disney moment where like the pixies are just flying in with a little blanket and they drape
Like,
it on you.
oh.
like a string of pearls. Was ist los?
Oh, what is it? They put down like a thing woven out of fern because
Yep.
like ferns are supposed to be protective.
Okay.
aw.
There we go.
Oh,
Like it,
yeah,
like it.
all right. Yeah, Willie,
What is
Willie enervated and cleaned, crashes. Not sure how clean he got Daisha, however, before he did just good thud.
Yes,
I'd like
Corey
to
goes
think that-
hunting.
Maybe
Yeah.
Daisha gets impatient and like jumps in the river.
Oh, it's like
I'm
going to the river.
definitely like
What is it?
watching.
Would you like to come to the river?
Say again?
Sorry. I feel like that is just like Corey, it's like Snoodles going to the river and you're like, there's a river.
Daisha and Snoodles, all the reptiles together.
All the reptiles just go swimming and catching fish.
Aw.
Yuan-Ti and crocodiles, distant cousins.
Very distant, like, yeah.
I feel like I'm babysitting my siblings at home, all these reptiles in the pool with me.
Yeah, you have flashbacks to watching over the eggs.
Yes.
But yeah, no, Corey is going to use this opportunity to like attempt to gather as much food for
Give me
everyone as possible.
give me a survival check with advantage because of Juniper's assist action.
Yeah, let's go, Juniper. Survival, right?
everyone, if you
I'll
want to
take
have
the 22.
a visual of what Juniper is doing to these local
Yes.
fauna, please watch the D&D movie trailer.
It's like, what is it? Rips through a tree? No, dear, we were supposed to do it subtly. I do appreciate the violence.
There is an evil, there is an evil deer that she's like ragdolling like that warrior that Albert throws around. It's like,
Yeah.
so
Just
yes, yeah, that's
yeah.
a fantastic roll. What game do you catch?
So I would like to have had like the Disney moment, like the Fiona Shrek Disney moment, but instead it's like she like whistles.
Thanks, Phantom.
She like whistles through that like a tune or two, and then as soon as it comes down and sits on the branch, Juniper's just like like a shark in the screen, just like
Just a
meow,
little
nom,
soft explosion of feathers.
just like, and it's just like, just make sure you keep some of the tail feathers there, and then takes out a couple more foul birds, maybe,
Oh,
and maybe like, I don't know, if Snoodle's in the river, if Snoodle catches a couple of fish for themselves, tries to keep them fed.
Indeed. And with that very good roll, you are able to catch enough food for today and tomorrow. Hey, Jeff.
Excellent.
nice.
And I collect some of the feathers as well, just to prepare
Yep.
to like add to like flocking
I think-
for stuff.
Willie prestidigitated some of the baskets, and you kind of put them on the side of Juniper, like with some vines like hanging over, so she got like little saddlebags.
Yeah.
Aw.
Just like the good job. All right, now you don't snack. That needs to last the next 2 days. Understood?
She's like she can't turn it enough to get to the basket. She's like, "Nyeh."
Every time she turns, she like does like a full loop, and it's just like, no dear.
See, dogs chase their tails like owlbears chase the baskets of raw meat.
It's like, no. I put a lid on them, made out of hyacinth, dried hyacinth, and just like, no. Calm yourself. Be good.
Okay. I think Adonius like summons some herbs if you want to, season the meat.
Yeah. What is it? I get some rosemary. I get some. Oh, we do rosemary thyme. Oh, rosemary is a good demon repellent. So rosemary, I threw as like salts. You know, it is. It's I've learned a lot.
Stuff you know.
Just stuff I know, just casually. Like, Corey's an opportunity for me to be like, oh, hey, there's all of this lore about plants that I know.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, yes, no, this protects you from storms. If you, like, have this particular one, just casually, oh, this is poisonous. I'm just going to take this.
Sorry, just noting we only have a party of 3 in Roll20. Colby, Colby, you can jump in.
Really?
On a side note,
Did you get to the first one? Oh, the Games Tavern. Hello, wonderful.
Hey.
How you doing? I hope that everything is
Welcome.
well. You had a fantastic session. Were we playing some D&D? Let's find out.
Sure.
That's weird, I was You must have
Did
logged
you get
me out.
kicked again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I refreshed, so I'm.
No worries. Yeah, you're in there now. Okay. Playing some tabletop RPGs. Good to see you, Raiders.
yeah.
We have a giveaway going if you want to jump in there and have your chance to win the fantastic
Oh, yeah.
Scarred Jungle from CZRPG.
Jungle.
No, I'm not
Star Wars?
currently extracting the maps from that module. I'm not. I swear.
No.
I'm not opening
Why
the
would
zip
you ever
files.
do that?
Oh, no, well, like, CZ's maps are always fantastic.
Right? They're nice.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Stephanie and Colby got to play with some original maps created by him for Descent into Avernus.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
They were
Nice.
fantastic.
Showdown
So
with
fun.
Oxrian. Yeah,
The
that's
So
Ogrian
fun.
fight over the Blood River.
yes.
Oof. Yum.
Yeah, good Avernus stuff. Okay, so the map where you fought the Super Sentai Kobolds was also one
Oh
of
my
his.
god.
Wait, back up. Those Super Saiyan Kobolds? I
Yeah.
need the stat block. Where
Yeah,
is
it was
this?
Jigoku Ranger
Hey, how
Red,
many?
Jigoku Ranger Blue.
It was
I
so
want
good.
him.
It was so embarrassing.
I want it. If anybody has a clip for that, I need to know.
was a good time. It was a good time. I was watching the Games Tavern before we started. There we go. Thank you, Phantom. Good taste. Good taste. Welcome in. Reed, was Reed playing or DMing? All right, mate. How you doing? Okay, my friends. Speaking of people who do wonderful charity work, them goods people over there. Let us finish a short rest. Emin, you can, if you wish, recover.
Thank you.
Right, Baron? Yeah, so much cool stuff.
So I think after everybody, after he finishes resting, he definitely feels much better. He's going to fly back down to the foot of the tree and just kind of help the pixies out, cleaning up shop.
Mm-hmm. They've got little 30 centimeter long pitchforks. Just like...
What are you talking about? They're actual forks.
yes.
Yeah.
Just dining forks. And
They're just dining
there's
forks.
a big pile of all the poop at the bottom of the tree, and they come down, spear a fork full of it, and then unsteadily fly back up. Sometimes accidentally
That's
dropping
funny.
out of Sleeping Willy, but yeah, what are you gonna do?
It's alright. It's on the flowery blanket.
Really?
Like no one can harm Billy's looks at this
Not
point
even-
because of that top 20.
Now, even he's sleep prestidigitating. He's like, "How's this bit?
What is it like? You're
How's
like,
this bit?"
no.
And oddly,
The spell.
while he's sleeping and saying it in Sylvan, the spell is prestidigitation. It is a cantrip. I enjoy using prestidigitation. And as soon as he goes back to Dale Land's coming, prestidige, stupid, take it to the spell. I'm spelling.
So
Noted.
yeah, Corey, that was a funny thing that Corey missed.
Oh yeah.
Because Emin got hit with another wild magic surge, and he could only speak Sylvan
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
for 8 hours.
So Willie figures it out, and he's like, Emin, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
And-
Oh, I see. You can only speak Sylvan at this time. Well, let me translate, my companion and friend.
oh.
Emin
I mean,
Sylvan
Kara
is
speaks Sylvan, but yeah.
perfectly
Now you know.
normal,
Yeah.
no
Anytime.
New Yorker accent.
No New York. So it's just simple, plain, like as if you were broadcasting.
Yes, Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not quite that bad. And here we have two people speaking Sylvan in the middle of the Woodland Forest. It's
As
not
you can
quite
see,
that
that
bad.
Campestry. It's like, what is it? The
Exactly.
Campestry goes from la 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 to this tonight on Fox News.
Corey, you would have loved Barovia yesterday because Mason's main character was trapped outside the tomb that they're sealed in.
Oh,
so
yes.
he played the Campestry familiar.
That's amazing.
We
Yeah.
used the Spalling companion from MCDM.
Nice. Nice. Good choice.
He only had 1 less HP than his main character does. Because the companions get beef.
You get beef.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
have beefy kids.
By the way, you get the same rules apply to you as they do to Corbin in Out of the Abyss. Sorry, that dragonfly went straight through my head. Sirenscape has nice 3D sound mapping, guys.
Oh.
But
Really
it's just
enjoyed
like
that. It
nyum.
was started on the right and just went straight through.
Wait, so hang on.
Wow.
What applies to me?
Well, it's Pokemon rules. So at the start of any fight, you say,
Ah, yes,
I
yes.
choose you.
You
So
have
you
mentioned.
choose Snoodle or Juniper.
Yes, you have
Um,
mentioned yes.
Is there an owlbear in the rules? As well?
Yes, there is. There
Excellent.
is an owlbear, and I'm using
And then we're
the
using
raptor.
Dionysus,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Dionicus.
That one.
Deinonychus.
Hey, no worries,
no.
Robert, enjoy.
No. The Snoodle.
Happy
I'm
breakfast.
using this.
Yeah, Phantom, that's right. 7 plus 7
The
times your level,
Snoodle.
and they're level 10.
Who
so-
uses like this particular? What is it? This one? This
Yeah.
particular thing is now like all over their back. They have like a cool piece of leather
Nice.
armor
Nice.
made out, or like armor made out of the thing.
Battle
It does very little. It's just cool.
Battle Snoodle.
I think,
Yeah,
to think of it, mentioning the Sylvan, even after the short rest, Emin would still be under that effect.
I think so. The
So-
pixies are delighted. They're like, oh, you've learned so much on your time away.
Yeah. And I don't think Emin has any idea what they're talking about. Like it
You're like the
I imagine
annoying
the effect of the
American
spell.
university student that came back speaking a handful of French, and it's like, oui, oui.
It would just be natural to him, so he wouldn't realize that he's not speaking.
Right.
So would you be code switching?
except for you will hear the syllables that they would say to you as you would pass as a child. Although now you're wondering why they keep saying the word mud butt at you.
So, as everyone is returning to the tree, and Emin's like helping out, he like as soon as everybody gets back, he kind of like saddles up, and he's like, "Okay, time to go find my brother."
Yeah, sure.
But Willie is the only person who understands.
And of course,
No, Corey.
Oh, Corey does too. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just Daisha who's out of the loop.
Yeah, sure. Let's head out there. She replies in common back.
He doesn't understand common.
Oh, he doesn't understand common?
No,
No,
it's
Oh.
only
He
Sylvan.
remembered Sylvan and forgot
Oh.
everything else.
Oh, in that case, oh, sure. Let's head out.
Okay.
Daisha's just
And-
like,
We're
she's
heading out
wondering
there.
if she got cursed because everyone else is talking in Sylvan and she can't. She's like, is everything gibberish now? Like she's trying to do the math without letting on.
Love it.
How obvious is this on her face? Speaking of which, Lily and like Corey also look like 50% more fabulous, apparently.
Yeah, Willie sitting up, elbows on knees in the leaf litter, bits of leaf strategically in his hair, behind his ears, looking all like he's like some autumn dude, like not that he's just up in the rocks, it's like,
My God.
yeah. Oh, good morning, Corey. How are you?
I'm fine, dear. You're looking voluminous as ever. Is there something
thank you.
I can help you with?
Oh, no. So are you. And Daisha, are you ready to get going with the Emin, as he is so profoundly said?
Okay, you guys are talking regular. What's going on?
Oh.
Adonis Willie, yeah.
Yeah.
Adonis, Lily.
Not quite. But, yeah, he's,
Me?
you...
You! She sees Emin pointing at her and she's like, me? You! I don't know where Emin is.
Don't worry, Daisha. You will get it figured out. Emin will tell you. Just ask him nicely. Then Willie will go up to the snail and start on the frog and climb up onto the frog.
We don't have the frog anymore.
Abbott's not here.
We
what are you
don't?
talking about?
Oh, we do.
Abbott's
We
not
left him?
here.
We have
regrettably.
I was
Don't
was-
remind me that I
Chariot,
don't have a pet anymore. Everyone's
was-
getting all these
We have
pets. I don't
Juniper.
have
It's
any
only
snakes.
me.
I was gone for that episode. All right.
Colby
then
got an
Willie-
Sorry.
apple.
Oh, that's
That's
true.
right.
Colby
true.
got it all. What is it? Corey's like, oh yes, would you let's hop on to the carriage of the what is it? The chariot.
Mhm.
Chariot?
Yes.
Chariot. It was a chariot, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And why-
shall we head off?
And why do I feel all Willie has gotten at this point is a rash on one of his feet? So, all right. Yeah, Willie will line up and be ready to go.
Hey, you get the ultimate prize of your patron back if we get to the end.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Like your patron casually being in charge of the entire domain.
Cash.
well,
Super cash.
As once was, anyway. Okay, so yes. Now, which way would you like to go? There's the way you just came,
We will-
or Emin, you. I don't know if you're wanting to play tour guide. With you bringing your friends to your childhood neck of the woods here. There is that mysterious pool to the top left, which is on the way as well.
In that big one in the middle that looks like a
Like-
weird eyeball.
That has a cauldron in it that Dan probably couldn't keep
Is that a
his creative
cauldron?
genius away from. Yeah. Zoom in. It is a cauldron. on that
It sure is.
island all by itself in that island.
In the
That-
middle
Yeah,
of
we're-
everything. Huh?
Yeah,
I do
that's
think that the like.
But
the
that's meta.
spirit of
That's meta.
the-
What
the
is it?
spirit
Where would?
of being home, he would want to like.
Well,
Oh,
where would your
We're gonna look for my
brother?
brother, but also I gotta show you this cool thing.
go,
I
go,
see.
go visit Lake Winnepetucca where you camp during the summers with all the other little fairy kids. All right. Gladly. Willie's like, yeah. Let's just go see this lake. It is so important to you. This sounds good.
Keep your hands out of the meat baskets, or else Juniper might nip you later.
Yeah, I gotta
It's
show
like
you
the
guys
warning.
Camp Monarch Wing.
Camp Monarch Wing. Camp Monarch Wing. Camp Monarch Wing, dear. What is
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Camp Monarch Wing.
It's
Like
it's
you
this
camp
summer
with-
camp that
What's a summer
you know,
camp?
we're
We're in the summer court. Everything's summer here.
exactly. So it was like an all year round thing that really was more of a daycare, I guess.
He's like, they sent us to an orphanage.
Like, what is it? All of these like terms, like Cora's just like camp activities. What? She's very confused by the whole like set of circumstances.
Oh yeah, that's where I learned to swim.
You didn't just
Still
get
not
thrown
very
into
good
a
at
river.
it. Oh no. Mom and Dad never let me play in the river.
Oh, why?
Huh. You know, that's a good question for me to ask them next time I see them.
Oh. I don't
They never did
quite
explain
remember.
that.
I never quite
Listen-
remember a river or anything, but that might have. Yes. Yes, Daisha?
I was gonna say, this entire time, Daisha's on the floor of the carriage petting Snoodle and being like, are they fucking with me? I don't, do you understand what they're saying? I don't, are you fucking with me? Looks back at them, all while continuing to pet Snoodle, just like, my only friend.
My brother in scales.
My
My brother in scales, yes! Yes! I need a cross stitch of that.
It's
Okay.
just like the head of Snoodle, like going. Eh.
Now, Emin, you
Yeah.
know there to be another fairy ring between Grandfather Tree and the lake. Are you going to check on that and see if it's also been corrupted, or just give it a wide berth just in case? Are you going?
I think
basically,
he
which side of those two little hills are you going? Basically,
He
Top-
would be
top right,
curious
top
enough
left,
to check it out.
Okay.
So is it? Hold on. Where's Nib's cave? There it is.
cave down here. Yeah.
Okay. So we passed through the little one down there at the
down
bottom.
here, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, probably that, like this one. Or do it.
It's this one here. Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay, so
It
you want
won't
to
let
check?
me ping for some reason on my phone.
No problem. So you want to
Um,
check that out? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we would pass through that one.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way through the forest, bidding a fond farewell to the pixies, and you, after a journey through the sullen forest here, the dappled light seeming faded somewhat as it passes through the fading brilliance of this once resplendent forest realm, and you find your way towards the fairy ring that you remember being to the left of home. It sounds like an album title. To the left of home.
Does sound like an album title. With such hit tracks as the Fairy Ring.
Now, could you please roll me a d8, Emin.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's an 8.
An 8, okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Daisha, if you would do me the honor as well.
Mm-hmm.
Another d8.
A 2. It was almost also an 8.
On a 2. Okay. You arrive at the ring. Where is it? Yeah. You arrive at the ring there, everyone, and you emerge into the clearing cautiously, waiting for the barrage of insults to come from the corrupted campestries that were here before. And you see all of these gigantic, multicolored mushrooms with spots and dots around them, just arrayed around the glade. But there are no campestries here, just the fairy ring itself.
Can I see or hear anything?
I mean, well, you do notice prominently on one of the trees on this side of the glade is another of those wanted posters for Emin's brother, Amax.
Oh.
Let's Emin is gonna fly as soon as he sees it.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to fly straight for the tree and tear it off.
Okay, it has
Like
that.
the pin, please.
It has that. It has that same, kind of rudimentary sketch of Amax. You're looking about 14 years old or so, and it says underneath it on this one, "Bring me this imp alive and unharmed, and I'll bury you up to your neck in silver."
And
yeah,
I think as he reads it, he's gonna say, "She couldn't spring for the gold, huh?"
I mean, burying you up to your neck would imply that you wouldn't be able to use your limbs, dear.
I wonder if any party has fallen for these. They're like, "Oh, silver up to my neck, awesome!"
Ooh.
Just like, ooh, that's shiny. And meanwhile, we're all having flashbacks to the cursed gold chamber, the first thing we saw.
No shade to the wonderful writers that work for Wizards in their freelance things. We have several friends of the channel that have written for them. And
do keep in mind, you sometimes have to design for the lowest common denominator. So
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the negative one intelligence.
Exactly. Like
if I wasn't the DM, I'd be like, "Oh, let's go get him and deliver it."
Well, like,
cash in all
that's
three
the
of
other
these?
thing. We have internal motivation to be like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
you
right.
know.
Yeah, I wonder if any parties are like pro hag. Because
A potential evil campaigin
Right?
set in
In
like
the
this particular
Feywild?
setting
Right.
where you're
Yes.
hunting the adventurers.
make sure Zabilna's still kept at bay.
All right, I'm not gonna like post epilogue one shot where we all play one of the evil NPCs.
Oh my god, that would
I
be.
would
interesting.
100% want to be that asshole rabbit.
As we continue, that team of NPCs will become very evident. You have not met any of them yet, but one of them is here in thither.
There is
Ooh.
a team of evil bad guys. I knew it.
Wow. Willie will pull out his magnifying glass and stoop down low and begin searching around the verges of the ring to see if he can determine how the campestry were removed. Were they like cut off at the stalk? Were they uprooted, or did they get up and walk away?
Oh, I mean, you know that these rings would sometimes attract campestry, and other times not. It's a natural thing. They're not always inhabited by campestry.
Oh, okay. So it's not like the campestry. There are still mushrooms and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
the campestry aren't the ring.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
disregard. Disregard. We'll use the investigation to determine what might be different about this one. Like, just see what we can learn.
Yeah, please.
Just an 11.
Okie doke. Let's see.
Patient to take speak with plants on the next level up.
You You spot that this is indeed an intact ring, and I think your readings into Zabilna and like your exploration of this Fey bargain that you struck leads you to think that the ring could be activated. It's intact, and this would trigger a Fey crossing to the material plane. And you think back to seeing the hag's thieves at the carnival, and they probably use these.
Oh,
or other
right.
means.
Willie will look up from where he's stooped, where he's crouched, look up at Emin, who's got that poster in his hand and is kind of seething. And
The light
just very-
catches him just right.
Exactly. And just be like, very calmly, "Oh, Emin, do you have a moment, my friend? I have a question." In Sylvan.
Emin will
That's very evident, don't worry.
Emin will kind of like very quickly fold up the poster and like shove it in his pocket.
Daisha, they're fucking with you again.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like,
Snooter.
All right. Go ahead.
No,
So Emin will
my
fly
I take the
down
pin.
to Willie and
she's just like, is this harassment?
What?
It's like the Yuan-Ti schoolyard all over again.
Thing
All
is,
my
has Daisha
siblings are
asked what's
so
got-
mean to me.
You have a lisp in your parcel tongue.
Yes, all the Yuan-Ti are Slytherin, definitely. Slytherin.
They're slithering where?
We're on the
Evan,
the same channel.
When you grew up around here, what was these marvelous fairy rings used for?
Your parents would have told you to stay the fuck away from them.
Yeah.
Like you were fed all kinds of bullshit. Like you probably learnt from people at the carnival later when you went away there of your own volition that they're just perfectly harmless, gateways. Although, yeah, it's like slightly random in nature, of course.
So I think Emin would tell Willie like, "Oh well, actually, they're kind of crossroads between here and the material plane, but good gods, the stuff that my parents told me as a kid to get me to stay out of these things."
Yeah, I understand. I understand, Emin. My parents told me quite a few whoppers as well to keep me out of the woods that surrounded our property. What would you feel if I told you that in my perusal of this fairy ring, I've determined that it is indeed possibly a gateway to the material plane, and this is in fact an intact fairy ring, and if we were to find the means or manner, we could activate a gateway of our own, or possibly learn how to disable this, and therefore deny a portal of opportunity to our foe, Scabatha.
Sneak, Sylvan comment here. Let's just leave that Yuan-Ti out of it for a second. Any of you Sylvan speakers who wish to make an Arcana check may do so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please.
Hey,
Gladly.
gentleman, how you doing?
Eesh.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
you've got this too.
I think I'm distracted.
Gentleman,
holy moly!
It's awesome. It's a fantastic adventure. Jump right in, and do not be worried about DMing or anything. It is absolutely fantastic. If you want, give us a follow and jump in the Discord, or jump into our good friend Charlie here's Discord. There's lots and lots of DMs who are very, very supportive and willing to give advice. So hang on, let me.
We love to give advice.
Can't shut us up.
And most of it is good and useful.
Yeah.
Sometimes sadness.
So how did we go?
Poorly.
Badly. What are we looking at here?
I rolled like a 5.
I rolled a 5.
a 5, an 8, and a 4.
Oh wow. Okay.
In my defense, I think
So
I'm
Emma's
distracted
just
by
like-
the fact that
Yeah. You were just too scared of your mum to look into them properly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Even as an
And-
adult at the carnival, he was like conditioned to like when it comes up, after he found out that they are like portals essentially, he was just like, nope, nope, mom's
it's-
gonna find me.
And as soon as it comes out of Willie's mouth and everybody starts looking around, kind of like, Willie's thought immediately goes to, und usually this Scheiße blows up in meinen face. What am I doing? Not again! Instead, not going to do it.
I think, at least on Kore's part, Kore is not keen to go back
Yes.
by any means. She's got her own reasons, but the main bit would be like she would avoid activating these so no one slips in and she doesn't slip out.
Mhm.
And also is probably very like pointedly looking behind her and going, huh, Daisha's been talking to Snoodle like regularly. Is this a thing that I don't understand? Are they fucking?
As you
Oh,
think that, you look
no.
over and Schnoodle looks over their shoulder. Schnoodle to Daisha.
Just like,
I don't know. I
the
don't
fact
think
that
so.
that's how he talks is just this schnoodle.
and then I'm
The
just like,
scandal of it all.
I look at it and I'm just like, oh, well, I'm glad they're getting along. Daisha, are you okay over there, dear?
Did you say to me?
Yeah.
Yes, I said Daisha, didn't I?
Didn't like?
No, I said
Didn't
Daisha,
I?
didn't I? Didn't
Oh.
I?
I didn't hear what you
She's-
first said.
She's legit
I
in
was
character
putting
paranoid
ice in my
about
mouth
what's-
and it clicked on my teeth and I didn't hear you.
All right, so Kore said,
No, you know
I
how it is.
think-
Like you start worrying what people are saying, and then you start assuming they're saying something bad.
Filling
Yeah.
in.
I heard everything before, just not the one sentence.
it was like, are you doing all right?
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
Schnoodle,
More than fine.
Schnoodle.
I think they are
You
fucking
seem,
with us.
you seem upset, dear.
Mm-mm. Nope,
You're doing the thing with your eyebrows again.
just fine. Don't. You know what? Fine. And she turns away. She puts Schnoodle down. Schnoodle. Now I can't Schnoodle. She puts Schnoodle down and she turns away.
You're spelling.
I'm very confused right now. So like Akora says aloud and turns to her, do you get it? Just the vines. Eh.
Daisha, your character art does come pre-hand on hip. It's like,
It does.
I'd like to think that Emin hears this going on but he wants to understand. So like from the I would imagine that Willie's probably walked away a little bit to investigate. So he's like maybe they're like 10 or 15 feet away. So Emin in Sylvan shouts to them, "What?"
Fuck you! Fuck you! She yells at him.
She seems
And, like,
angry.
Well, of course she's angry. You're speaking Sylvan.
I'm what?
Wait, I thought
Yes, Emin, did you not realize you're now fluent in Sylvan?
you're speaking Sylvan and Daisha doesn't speak Sylvan. She thinks you're an asshole, probably.
Aisha,
Hold
can you
on.
believe it? He does not understand the fact that he is speaking Sylvan at us. Oh,
Is that what you were all doing?
yeah,
How
he
can
got
he
hit
speak
by one
Sylvan
of
if
them.
He doesn't know that's what he's doing.
He
What
got
are you
hit
saying?
by one of
Say wild, dear.
them pixies. We are so sorry for the confusion. Emin, you will not
Why would
believe
you
this,
do that?
but
I don't speak Sylvan. I mean, why would you do that? I don't speak Sylvan.
I don't think it
What?
was a choice, dear.
no, you can't understand what she's saying.
What is she saying?
Ooh, I know.
What
Charades.
is he saying?
Well, you're both asking what are you saying with pronouns reversed.
Who are you talking?
I'm saying it to you, and then I say it again in Sylvan.
What? Well, if I'm speaking Sylvan, what is she speaking?
Chaos, probably, by the sounds of that background music. Did Corey's like, commandeer?
I don't speak Sylvan. Sure,
You
Mom
do
and Dad
now.
always asked me to pick it up, but I never had the time.
Oh, Hammond, my friend, you do. You're speaking Sylvan. I'm afraid you can't. Daisha, he does not know that he is speaking Sylvan. Like I'm speaking to you right now. Can you believe this, Daisha? Oh,
I can't believe that I am the only one here not talking gibberish.
Oh, it's good when they start clapping on every syllable.
right.
Emin is going to turn to Willie because Willie's closest, and he's gonna say, "Willie, will you please apologize to them?" And this must have happened when we were up there getting the poop for grandfather tree.
No shit. I mean, no
Fancy.
shit, Evan. All right, he turns and he says, Daisha, Emin is very, very sorry for being so incredibly clumsy and getting in the way of one of the pixie spells that somehow flubbered up his language speaker maker. And so now he is only able to speak Sylvan. Hopefully the effect goes away in time. Otherwise, he is going to sound like the gibbering monkey, and Corey or I will have to interpretize for you.
Can I make it go away?
Alas, no dear.
Now, Daisha would be sympathetic here because she was also, the receiver of various wild magic things during that whole escapade.
That's fair. That's fair.
It does check out.
Oh, hey.
But she's just irritated. She believes it, but she's just like, can I make it go? Like, what? She witnessed a burned up, crispy, fucking blink dog kill itself on a rock.
Oh my god!
It makes sense that she believes she could knock it out of him. That's something else you missed, Scarlet.
Oh, I
Is
forgot
that
about
it?
that.
Yes, Corey,
Alright,
Emin wanted to change out of the polymorph, so he, which is works like wild shape, so he let the flaming spheres catch up with him, and they immolated him to 1 HP, and then he just headbutted a rock.
I feel like at that point, Corey's like, like Banksia. Understood.
We also don't want Daisha to suddenly start believing that knocking us around or beating us against trees is, you've been poisoned,
could
Willie.
be-
Wham! Wham!
Got the
We
cure for
could
what
be
ails
like
you.
so interesting, guys. Daisha's not very smart.
I would say that Corey gestures to her hair and goes, alas, not all things go away with being beaten to a frizz.
Come on, guys, we can't bite off out of the abyss too much. You've already got all the pets. We can't start doing the healing slaps.
Oh, yeah, no. That's my favorite paladin to do. Like, you play, paladin, lay on hands, I bitch slap him for 20.
I know this is a monk thing. There's some monk where you can do you can do
Oh,
harm
yes.
or
Way of
or-
mercy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a lay on hand and then just bat.
I mean, that's what I do whenever I play a paladin, because it's just like, come on, dear, slap. Wake the fuck
I
up.
love it.
We have a monster to deal with.
Emin, looking at Daisha, Emin, Daisha has an idea for how to cure this. You might want to run.
And then
I don't think anybody stopped me in character. Daisha's
no,
gonna
Corey.
crack her
no
knuckles.
That's
Very
all
much
Willie
so.
says is
Learn.
you might want to
Like-
run.
punched her palm and was like immediately like,
Daisha's gonna reach forward to grab Emin's shirt.
You don't
Do you
to
want
do
it
that,
over
dear.
or not?
he's
Daisha,
like
dear.
desperately in Sylvan.
Do Corey and Willie have to make a persuasion check?
No, I don't think it
With a
works like that.
+5
It's not.
charisma.
When I will
Oh,
give you
they're
advantage.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
No,
Daisha,
Corey is
two
putting up a hand.
of the most charismatic
Corey is-
people you have ever met are trying to talk you down. Come on.
Like, Corey's put up a hand and gestures at her. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work. Trust me.
And she goes like this. It wasn't malicious at all. It was straight
No, I
up
know.
like,
I know.
let
Trust
me
me,
help.
if it, I mean, trust me, I understand, dear. If we could whack him and it would work, we would. But alas, no.
Would that be referred to as whack-a-call?
Too easy. It was right there, John. You had to take
it's
it.
coal crime. Get you.
So after all this, I think that, you know, Emin would tell Willie, like, yeah, I mean, we could probably smash this thing up and nobody would be able to use it, but I don't know anything about how these things work.
May I do a history check on Fey crossings to see if destroying a Fey crossing affects the area?
Oh, that's good.
You think it would only affect the crossing?
Okay. I would say that some people, Corey would bring forward that some Fey creatures or material plane creatures may use Fey crossings as emergency exits.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, as you've said, you know, these fairy rings are a part of Thither. God, I'm getting up today. So they, you know, this is not a Scabatha Nightshade thing.
Yeah. I think that knowing that, Emin would probably tack that on to the last thing she said, or he said to Willie, that, you know, we could bust this thing up and probably, you know, stop people from crossing, but these things were here long before Scabatha ever set disgusting foot onto the plane. Best we probably move on.
Yeah. We are not sure what our actions may or may not do. And then he turns and says, I meant not sure what our actions may or may not do, but yeah, we should probably just leave it alone for now, lest we do greater harm than what we're trying to prevent. Daisha, I told him that we are not going to stomp the mushrooms in the ring.
Okay.
Alright, takes like a steadying breath, pats the juniper. Have you betraying me too, Snoodle, apparently?
Sure.
Oh.
It's alright. I'm just exhausted, that's all. All of this cross-cultural communication, you'd think somebody'd be willing to listen for once.
Sure.
Let's go, dear.
That's my only friend.
Are you sure we're not friends anymore? Like, Corey, puts on a genuine, hurt face. The hair wilts a little. And then,
I don't
hair,
need to be chuffed. She's
I
like, yes, she's mine again.
So in my head, there's a bit of a mischievous side to Corey occasionally, and she likes to fuck with people. So
they were
so,
fucking with you, Daisha.
Just like
they were all along.
Confirmed.
Daisha's got her arms crossed and is kicking the dirt. And she's tall. She's kicking the dirt. She's like,
and Corey's just like this. And are you sure?
Sorry, when you said that, I just got an image Daisha's like a Navi from.
Yeah.
so tall.
just pouty cakes. Just like. You
guys are talking a Babel language, not something I could understand, and didn't tell me what was going on. And
you speak a language that we don't understand.
But I don't speak it and not tell you what I'm saying with other people. I don't speak it. Friend.
Well, did you communicate that you didn't understand to us, or did you just help?
I talked to Snoodle. Snoodle's my friend.
Snoodle can't speak Common or Sylvan at us.
Exactly. He can't help it. Like Emin.
Exactly.
She points at Emin, and in my mind, he flinches.
Exactly, dear. But what I'm saying is, if you don't tell us that there's something wrong, we can't always help, can we?
Okay, mom. And she goes and walks away just to be stroppy.
And as you do that, it's just like she should like Corey like side eyes, and then the hair shrugs and goes, "It's all right. We get her something to eat, and she'll be fine in about an hour."
Exactly that. Exactly that. Yes. Oh no, wait, this way, right? Exactly that.
And so and if we end up taking a break, Corey's like, "Would you like seasoned meat, dear?" Yeah.
Yes.
It's just that. It's just pouty. But yes, it's just like she breathed a big sigh. It's a big sigh. It's just like, why is it in almost every iteration I always seem to be doing something like this? She'll be fine.
Is there any other activity going on, like in the area? Because it looks pretty big on the map. Like, is there any other creature or like sentient
Something to get me out of this awkward
traveling
situation.
through the area?
As in the fairy ring?
Yeah.
Nope. No. It's completely devoid of life. I mean, yeah, birds fly by every now and then and stuff.
Right.
The occasional horse-sized dragonfly.
Those wings make good fetching, dear.
Is there anything in the environment outside of here that is outside of normal Ken that we have come to experience thus far in Tither?
Like something that bled through the...
That, or just, is there anything that doesn't fit, that is a non sequitur, like, this doesn't pencil? You know how, like...
Just the, there's just the evidence of the decay that Scabbeth is bringing to the realm. You know, it's like this, the forest shouldn't look like this.
Okay.
But it's not like the swamp, like Babylon's swamp, but it's just, you know, and I think it rings... Hey, Chaotic, and thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. It's just not the vibrant forest it should be. And you know, Willie, even compared to forests back on the material plane, Willie, and you know, right, from all reports that the forests here should be even more fantastic.
They should be be completely fantastic. All right. So we're not going to do anything to the ring, you know. If we're not doing anything to the ring, then you wanted to show us something at a lake?
Yeah, let's go. It's just up from here.
All right, perfect. Daisha, and follow us. We are going to go to Emmon's Lake.
Emmon has an entire lake?
Yeah.
Oh, I see you moving up in the world even further, dear, she says in Sylvan. I see you have, so first you're a knight, and then you're a strategic tactician, and now you own a lake.
Property owner. Yeah.
Location. Okay. Vacation. Okay.
You have to go outside.
I'm selling vacation. Oh.
It'd be a good one-shot. Vacation.
Yeah, no. I play that vacation one shot like with like a slightly sus
subtitle Paradise Lost.
Paradise Lost. Yeah. Paradise Fey Lost.
Okay, so you cross over the river there. Schnoodle just revels in jumping in and swimming back and forth. When it gets too deep and you do have to swim across, the Schnoodle comes and just bobs along beside you, so you can put an arm over them if you want. Helps everyone.
I suppose I'm on the back of Juniper.
Yeah, are you keeping the chariot?
Are we keeping
it's
the
all
chariot?
busted up.
It was clawed up a bit.
We've read it a little bit.
Yeah. It's like
that's why I'm asking. I'm happy to get rid of it, but then I'm the only one that we can all ride.
How would Corey feel about the courtly image of that?
Well, Corey would have gotten rid of the Idonius house emblem very early on.
Okay.
Like she doesn't want any tracking of that house, like anyone to be able to track where
Yeah.
this Winter Court is
Yeah.
from.
But it's like as far as like courtly trappings go.
Oh
like-
yeah, no, she would have tatted those, or like forced,
I was-
like a sense.
I was thinking as a
Yeah.
ranger, maybe wouldn't she rather like do away with those like civilized transport?
It's for her specifically. It's whatever her hair. If her hair is feeling like, oh crap, she would have destroyed it. But she also recognizes the practicality for her friends more so. Like that's why she wouldn't ride a chariot if she could help it. She would be on the bear.
I think it's basically down to Willie, and then Daisha would be fine with walking, I assume. And
Yeah.
enjoy being like in the in touch with the earth kind of thing, and Emmett's just buzzing around all over the place.
Yeah,
Because,
Willie's gonna trudge.
All right, in that case, yeah, no,
Yeah, I think
Corey
you-
would be happy.
Yeah, you
to
you get to
have
the
been rid of
river.
it.
Yeah, you get to the river here, and it's a bit wider than other spots that you've had, and a bit deeper. And you're just like, let's cut it loose, and you kind of let it go.
I think she cuts it loose and then throws it into, like, pushes it into the river. And if it gets pulled along, it just gets pulled down.
Sure.
She's just like, and goodbye to that.
Okay.
Ta-ta.
Yeah, Juniper swims across as well.
Oh,
Doggy.
Shaggy Albert for voice. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the shakedown on the other side is like
Oh,
spraying
Shaggy.
everywhere. Chris Perkins, when they were talking about the movie trailer, the D&D movie trailer, he was saying how in recent times, including himself, many DMs are guilty of cutifying owlbears and making them much less dangerous than they're supposed to be.
Oh no, they're terrifying. They can be cute at the same time, like crocodiles.
A sin everyone participates in. I love it.
Okay, so yes, you do cross over the river, and you're in that tract of woodland between
here?
the river and the and the lake. Clapperglow, join us. Oh, I know what the problem is. I did it on.
Oh yeah,
player
of course, been
view.
through all of this.
Yeah, just like
Good silence.
doop, 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 just like clapping along.
Quick question: as we traipse through the woods and over the river, are we able to spot the projector rock to the left, up left?
Like Pride Rock.
Yeah,
The one with the eye.
no, the one right past it. You see in the
It's got a hole.
Oh yeah,
it's got a hole. It looks like a projector.
it does. It does.
Oh,
I would say no, not at the moment. No, if you
on
go,
roll 20.
The one with the eye.
yeah. Once you go up left of the lake, you'll be able to see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Whoa.
No, I just saw that for the first time. So no.
yeah. I just saw it for the first time too, about 20 minutes ago, and
Oh.
I'm like going, "Why is there a projector out here in the middle? What the heck?"
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, it kind of looks like an eye if you look at it with like. My brain's like Cyclops.
Yeah.
Blobfish.
yeah. It looks like a cyclops with like big. It kind of has big lips right before the tree line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Next
Now
time.
I see it now.
Okay.
It also looks like it has a blobfish for a forehead.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Dan and Wizards of the Coast have no comment.
Interesting.
You have to get in touch with Stacey Doyle, Stacey Allen. Sorry.
John, you could make your own
Thank
lore.
you.
I have already decided whilst we were talking what it is.
Nice.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Yes.
Thank you. Welcome in from
There
the
it is.
compound. Hope you had a fantastic session, everybody. Jump in. Good to see you. If you're not already, do consider giving us a follow and jump into our Discord and share all the stuff that's going on in your world. And also jump into our giveaway today as well. So,
Da-da-da-da-da.
let's do that.
Ew.
And
I love that all of my sound effects are technically completely out of sync because the stream's delayed for like just
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit compared to chat.
Hey,
So-
Mr. Yin Yang, thank you.
Maybe that da-da-da-da-da was the compound rating.
Perhaps. Give them a shout out there. Oh, some Dungeons and Dragons over there too. Cool. Everybody go check them out. Okay. Now, my friends. So yeah, no. Yeah. That is there. You have not seen it yet. You saw Pride Rock. over there. That's
Man,
kind of
I feel like
glimpse
there's
through the
like at
trees.
least a chimera like casually sitting at the edge of that thing, and some sort of ape-like creature lifting up a baby. I wonder what's going on.
The ape-like creature is there, and it just mysteriously just like daubs your forehead with red stuff every time you go there. So, one
Oh,
for
what?
you,
It's like
one
a
for
part, and
you.
like you, Simba.
Simba. Okay, so you are traveling through the forest there, and stream. People in chat, you lovely folks. Can you hear the soundscape stuff? Because it's so subtle. I had the volume on max.
Oh, now I have it. Now I can hear it if I turn it up to like 50%.
It's just the background sound is so much quieter than the other stuff. I don't want to mess with other volumes and stuff. Anyway,
That's fair. That's fair.
it's very, 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 very. I could hang on. Let's play Juniper's sunset. See if that's got. There she is. Got a bit more.
Baby.
A bit more noise to it. That's also slightly more dramatic.
Baby.
Oh. Okay. So, as you are making your way through the forest, there's there, Phantom. Thank you. Well done for catching it. It's the challenge. It's like the secret bonus. If your headphones are good enough, you get the soundscape for that bit. Okay. Now, as you are traipsing through the forest towards this lake with which Emin has spoken. No, they're not fighting, Juniper. Stop with the sword swooshes. How rude. No, just
Heard the dramatic music loudly, apparently.
Yeah, the dramatic stab was been very loud. Yeah, sorry. That's just like a stab at the start of combat. Okay. So yes, you are traipsing through said forest, and my friend. So to catch you for a second. So what are you singing? Okay, now. You are making your way through here, and sorry, I just changed the music. I'm gonna change it again.
That's fair. Because like I'm not gonna lie, like my inner I've only heard this during combat
Fight.
tension
Yeah,
just went
like conditioned response.
relax the shoulders down.
Whereas I'm sure this music doesn't trigger any other feelings at all. Now, as you make your way through the drab forest towards the hidden water somewhere ahead of you, to the up of thither, you, Corey, sense that Juniper is being jumpy about something. There's something nearby.
Alright, dear, calm down, breathe deep. Can you tell me what it is? Gesture as if you're going to hunt it or you're going to hide from it.
She just kind of like plumps down on her haunches and just sits. Doesn't seem either way, not scared or hungry.
I'd like to see
kind of
what I can hear. Smell.
Hangs her head respectfully almost.
Ooh. Oh dear. Sacred ground. Understood. Corey gets off the back if the Juniper's decided to plonk down. And would like to keep an ear out / smells like what do I recognize? Emin dear, was this a particularly important place?
What does Emin know about like the history of the place? Like he knows what it was to him. But...
Nothing particular about this section of the wood. The only thing I've noted around here is the lake, and that strange mountain your mother warned you away from.
So in Sylvan, he would respond to Corey. I mean, it was just kind of a family hangout spot. We would come up here and camp and swim, and there are groups of other fairies that would have events around the lake. But nothing, you know, terribly significant other than personally.
Also, I mean, you remember that funny family tradition. You look back on it now. You always laughed at it at the time. Like your dad would always insist on like putting like branches on his head, like decorating like a headdress kind of thing. It's just like leading you through the forest to this campsite.
Emin, like, almost like as if he's actively remembering this thing, it kind of hits him on his face, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Dad did used to do this thing. He would make like, it was a headdress or antlers or whatever with his, with some branches he found in the woods. But, nothing particularly magical."
Do I recognize that tradition?
No.
Daisha's just watching Emin go. And it's like,
We could clue her in.
In most situations like this, we just assume simultaneous translation from someone.
Yeah.
I'm having fun with it. I'm sorry. I'm like,
No, it's fun.
Corey looks at Juniper's disposition and hears that and goes, "Do you know what branches?"
That was further up from here. That was nearer the lake.
All right.
So one of you want to scout forward?
Yeah, Corey will go ahead if I'd like to let the others know what's going on. And she's going to go ahead as stealthily. Oh, thank you, Dad. Corey is going to go forward with stealthily, but also keeping an eye out for things like, well, juniper branches and like a Yule, not Yule wood. What's yarrow? Things that like she knows are usually sacred kinds of wood, mistletoe.
Sure.
And keep an eye out. Perception or.
Are you stealthing or not?
I'd like to do it quietly, yeah.
Okay, so roll a stealth check first.
There's a 12. And she's trying to be like cautious, probably keeping an ear out.
Okay. You walk through the trees ahead of the group, and in a clearing, not as grand as the Fairy Rings clearing, but in a clearing in the trees ahead, you see 6 blink dogs.
6 of them?
Yes. There are 6 blink dogs, and as you kind of move to the edge of the clearing and look, you see between them, they are standing around a crudely dug hole in the ground.
Oh dear.
And as you observe the scene, the blink dogs are occasionally howling in quite a sorrowful way, just looking up to the sky in the clearing above and howling, and you see they're placing things into the hole. One places a ribbon, one places a gilded pine cone, and do you just observe?
Is it just the blink dogs?
Yes.
I don't remove my weapons, but I definitely come up with hands open. as I step forward. And I'd like some white lilies. If it's what I think is happening.
Make me a persuasion check.
28, baby!
28.
Nice.
Yes.
What do you name your new Blink Dog companion?
I do not want a blink dog companion, which is surprising because I normally would. But Corey,
As you move
starts...
out of the trees,
Yes.
the ones nearest you turn and snarl. And
I'm here
then
to pay my respects.
and they see that, and with that persuasion check, they back down.
Corey,
And
the same sort of humming tune she did when we were at that other clearing.
Mhm. As you approach and get within 5 feet, you can see into the hole, and there is a reed litter with a dead blink dog on it. And this is some sort of, funeral that they are holding for it. And you, what do you do?
I lay down white lilies and rosemary for protection. Can I see what killed it? Like, is it an animal bite injury? Does it look like it's been poisoned? And internally, she also thinks perhaps it's best that the others are behind. I don't think we need to see another dead dog in our hands. Thinking of what I've been informed of the last blink dog that Emin was.
You know that they understand Sylvan, but they only speak their own language.
Yes.
So if someone has a way of speaking with them, that's you could communicate with them. They do have a language, but it is only they only speak Blink.
Right.
But they understand Sylvan, so you could probably get a feeling.
Okay.
Do you call the others?
I let the blink dogs know of the others first before I go. May my friends pay their respects as well.
They not.
And she comes back, and she looks kind of like very solemn and somewhat tearful, honestly, like, which is not what you expect when she comes towards you, and she goes, in common and Sylvan, there's a funeral ahead, and then she pulls from her hair what flowers she can. Adonies, don't be... If you'd like to come pay your respects. Emin, this may be a bit traumatizing for you, but I'm also not sure.
Would Emin know, like, since these are, like, fey creatures, would he know about, like, their, like...
Traditions?
Right, yeah, like, their pack behaviors, or, like, how they're perceived in the plane?
Yeah, they're friendly, benign creatures. They look terrifying. The art is horrible.
They are a little
So
scary.
cute!
What are you talking
Big
about?
angry
They're
gels.
not. They're awful.
They're
awful.
gorgeous.
Absolutely terrifying.
Would he know
Look like
whether or
dogs.
not them, like, holding funerals is a normal thing?
Yes. Yes, amongst their own. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're lawful good creatures.
Yeah.
Right. So, I think...
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
Emin, roll me a D100.
Sure.
Swear to God, if you steal that gilded pine cone, Corey's gonna slap you.
Oh no.
You do
That's
not
an
need a
8.
gilded pine cone!
An 8.
An 8.
Excellent.
Oh, damn.
Perfect.
Thanks, dramatic pause in music.
The rest of you, go with Corey, and you see the same scene before you. These 6 blink dots around this shallow grave, with various gifts placed within. And Emin, and you also are aware, that they understand Sylvan, but they only speak their own language. But you're surprised as you emerge into the clearing, as you hear the blink dogs murmuring to each other, "Oh, don't worry, he's in a better place now. He shouldn't have gone there, it's too dangerous." The combination of this language, wild magic surge, and the fact that you are a blink dog has combined that you not only speak Sylvan, but also blink dog. For that,
I love it.
Only for the duration of it.
Right. When he hears it, he kind of shakes his head a little bit and cleans out his ear, and without saying anything to the others, I think he would try to speak to them in Blink Dog and say,
Single eyebrow.
I'm so sorry this has happened to you, and with all due respect, but where shouldn't they have gone? Maybe we can help.
So all of you are taken aback as Emin steps between you and starts to rough and mule and growl and speaks Blink Dog.
I don't speak that either, Daisha. I am confused.
Oh,
And
sounds a little rough around the
You
edges.
see the dogs, their heads whip around. They've never met a fairy that spoke Blink Dog, and they're like, yes, if you're traveling in that direction, please be safe. They were scouting around Loomlurch.
Loomlurch is the giant ent where Skabatha is posted up, right?
Yes.
Not the tree, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a tree ent, just a tree.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's just a tree.
Yeah,
The ent is something else.
The tree ent is your brother's place. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is where Granny Nightshade lairs.
How did you bring them back here? That seems like a long way. And then Emin catches himself realizing that they can, remembering his time as a blink dog, that they can teleport. So he kind of...
It is not far top left of here. And they were not alone. Unfortunately,
So
they were the only one who did not make it. We were luckier. Please, if you go there, be careful.
Careful of what?
Just the hag and her things. Some parts of it are safe and delightful, really. There's a big goblin market that sells all kinds of candy. Yummy treats. Chews and all sorts of things.
Right.
But We tried to sneak inside. There are heroes languishing there. We wanted to save them.
Inside.
Yes. Doers of good. Good boys, if you will.
Certainly.
But the hag, she has planted all sorts of scarecrows around Loomledge, and if they spot intruders, they scream. Trust it, it's worse on our ears.
I believe it. Were you able to do anything about the scarecrows, or?
No. That's when we were set upon by these strange mechanical things. They looked like children's toys, but evil.
The tin soldiers.
Metal?
Yes.
Yes. I do not know soldier.
If a word of advice, if you come across them again, they march to the drum. Take care of the drum first.
Drum?
Sure. Was there no drum?
And guys, as Emin's like growling and roofing to these things, he says soldier. He says soldier and drum in Sylvan.
Oh.
There's no Blink Dog word for
There's
it.
no translation.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're like drum
cute.
and just like, and then Corey's like drum.
How can I say?
Sticks that do this, dear.
It
Just
makes
chisel
a
it up.
sound, and Emin will he'll fling his pouch forward and kind of start beating on it.
We also have the drumsticks
time.
from the other one.
Oh, we do have the drumsticks. So in he would start beating on his bag and then realize that it's not quite connecting, and then turn to the others.
As you pull them out, one of the Blink Dogs kind of loses themselves. They're like waiting for you to waiting to throw. The others turn around, scowling. It's like hardly the time, Gertrude.
This is like,
shake out.
sorry.
They carry these, and they make a sound with them.
I see. There was such a thing, yes.
If you destroy their drum, they can't move anymore.
No, there were groups with no drum.
Really? Did they look different?
Don't think so. You think? Give me an insight check.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Girl.
A 4. We're throwing rocks tonight.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean,
Maybe if you tell your friends later. They say, oh, yes. And speaking of metals, there were also metal birds
Really?
sending messages.
oh,
Goblin said.
They were flying in and out?
Sometimes. And you remember those weird taxidermy birds that Bavlona had as well. You think probably messengers between the sisters. But please, be careful. And they turn and they start to pour loose dirt into the grave.
Emin is gonna say, yeah, you guys be careful too. Can I help?
We'd rather do this ourselves.
I understand.
During this, Corey would be speaking again a similar song to the rites that she knew and she learned when she was younger.
Okay. And after a short time, they finish and nod at you all and pad solemnly off into the forest.
You speak Splink Dog now, dear?
Apparently, it must have been a weird fusion of magic. I'm not sure. But anyway, one of their pack was taken out by, I think, a group of tin soldiers. They were scouting around Skabatha's base, and she apparently has scarecrow sentries that scream when they see you, and metal birds that deliver messages. We saw one in Hither. And they also said some of the tin soldiers didn't need a drum to move.
Was the noise coming from somewhere else?
They didn't say.
Why were they going into the Bloom Lurch area?
She has a band of heroes locked up. They were trying to rescue them.
Oh dear. Perhaps we're not the first.
Hopefully the last, though.
When Willie hears Emmon say this, a band of heroes locked up, Willie, I picture Corey and Emmon kind of behind him, like he's just been watching the burial, like he's lost his own thoughts. As soon as he hears that, Willie's head will lift up and he'll start to get that smile that he gets when he's like, there are great deeds to be done and people to save. Just like...
Mm-hmm. And Willie, this talk of Loomlurch, you can't help but get that same feeling. You know that something that was taken from you lies there as well.
Perfect.
That little
Band of heroes.
little
Could we not have
sow
found
peak.
his brother?
The nuance and the dialects that they were using, the word structure they were using, indicated adult. They have the big dog noun structure has different, adult and juvenile.
Well, I also picture that
Nouns.
it's probably a lot of it is posture, like how you say something nose down or your head tilted and one ear back.
Body language, man, very important.
Yeah, place in the pack is so designated by age that all of their nouns for living things are age related and age nuanced.
Once it's been translated, I think Emmon would... Whenever even though he's speaking in Sylvan, he's going to turn to Daisha to talk to her. And say, no, and pull out the poster and say, he looks too young.
Also, did someone translate it? Because remember, you can't understand common either.
Yeah, you're like,
Right.
Corey is like, as he's speaking, just like, da-da-da.
Now, between the rest of you, as you hear his reports of everything that was said, I'm not going to have everyone roll an insight. Someone will make it. As you pull your kind of thoughts about it, you would guess Willie, in particular, with his clockwork background. Let's say, you would guess that there must be some sort of field of magic around Loomlurch, which allows them to move without the drummer. And because they were further away, they needed the drummer.
Yeah, I figured it was meta knowledge, but I figured it was probably a proximity thing.
These ones march to the beat of a different drum.
Perhaps my brain was like drum of Skabatha's heart. That clockwork background. Well, think about it. If she's clockwork, and she's generating her own tick 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 noise.
I mean, we do have a clockmaker's son on our team, so.
Yar. Although just
Is this one of those
looking
things-
at John's face, you know, it's kind of like it wasn't, but now it is. Genius idea. Stop talking. Genius idea. Stop talking. Yeah. it's
Nah. But we do this to supply the danger. You know this.
like- absolutely. Like trying to bluff down a black dragon. He's little.
Also, terrifying callback to the D&D movie trailer.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. So, Willie will apologize to Daisha. I am going to speak the Sylvan to Ammon. Ammon, do you feel that one of these heroes could be your brother that you seek?
No. The Blink Dogs implied that they were fully grown adults. It's my brother's here is too young.
And you guys, you saw the posters. There was a young guy.
Yeah.
There was a young kid. Yeah.
Right.
Does it look like? No, this is an adult. Yeah. So this is your brother, but you're thinking he is elsewhere, and not with the heroes at Loomlodge. Oh wait, I'm saying that.
Right.
Dice is like, why are you saying this? So you think that this is? You think that's your brother on the wanted poster, but you think the heroes that are being held in Skabatha's custody in Loomlurch, he's not amongst them.
Correct.
Why? Because of Blink Dog noun structure?
Mostly.
Do you not think it might behoove us just to check, just in case, to eliminate it? It does
I
seem like a
think that
pretty
we'll-
solid clue.
We'll definitely work our way up there. I think we'd be remiss to not help out another group of people trying to fix this place. But
Hopefully they're okay.
Yeah. Daisha, we are discussing what we are going to do and where he thinks his brother is. One
So-
moment.
Well,
You'll be so
didn't we
wonderful.
get told that
when-
his brother was with them?
I'll hold.
It's fine because when two of you are talking, there's always one of you that can also do the
Sure.
simultaneous.
Yeah,
Ah,
like
yeah.
Corey's
like
like,
Corey
Watch the
the
comedy.
entire time is just like listening to the side
Yeah.
and like
So-
light whispering, just like
So,
Fair.
well, what do you think we should do? This is your home.
I have a couple of other places that I want to check before we go traipsing into Skabatha's immediate line of sight.
Well, Corey, I would say we let him lead the way, because after all, in a sense, are we not his guests in this realm?
I mean, yeah, depends on whether or not he invited us, but I would be careful about taking Faye into it.
Emin is Faye.
Dun dun
It's-
dun.
As they pass that look between themselves, like, oh, you know, you're about to get in it with the Fae, Willie's going to kind of stand up, and it's a warlock gift that he has not shown you at all, and he starts to
Okay.
let that touch of Sibilna emanate through him as you see the presence of the Fae start to resonate through his body, and you just get this sense that if he kept it on, that you would be hard pressed not to be completely beguiled by how charming he is, or if he really wanted to turn angry, possibly frighten you and, you know, put darkness into your heart.
Willie.
And then he just calms down.
As you do that, the entire
Yeah.
glade and the trees on the edges of the glade all come back to their full, like, greenery and full of life again.
That was very interesting. Very
Yes, pretty cool.
interesting. All right. Well,
Like
I am
Corey
so
is
sorry.
100%.
I have to do this. I have to try. Willie will kick it on just with the charm and see what happens. It's like go full charm mode and use one of them.
Okay.
Corey is like casually
present.
leaned back on Juniper.
I'm gonna catch on fire. I know it.
I was like, Corey's like, yep, let's see what happens.
Willie closes his eyes and lets his consciousness bleed out into the realm itself,
Ooh.
mimicking that connection of an archfey to their domain. The same connection that allows them to influence and change the very fabric of their world. Willie, as you feel your awareness spreading out, you, much more than before, feel that intense sorrow from the sight of this grave site of a lawful good creature. And behind it, the lurking gloom and decay of the forest in general, as Skabatha's presence becomes almost physically manifested in the world around you, like a layer overlaid over everything else, like a filter on everything you're seeing. Then, behind that, deep in the very essence, deep in the roots of this great forest, there is a glimmer. A glimmer of youth and the health and vitality that represents. And you think on how Skabatha represents the regret of the past, the regret of youthful mistakes, and taking advantage of people that have those feelings. But you can feel the youthful aspect of Zybilna, your patron, trapped here somewhere in thither. You think back to the midlife aspect of Zybilna that you saw in hither. You know that likewise somewhere here in thither, the youthful aspect of Zybilna is trapped and tucked away by the Hourglass Coven to reduce her power. And you know that if you can discover that part of Zybilna and return it to the realm as you did in hither, you will further weaken the Hourglass's control and make things that much more likely to succeed as you journey towards the Palace of Heart's Desire. Your Heart's Desire. Your patron. The core of everything that you can do. Everything that has carried you from so far away from that rain-sodden roadside. As your birth heralded your family's connection to Zybilna. And the mourning and the grief of the Blink Dogs washes over you again as you remember your brother disappearing along with that first connection with Zybilna. And you sense all of this just in your very soul, just through the soles of your feet, rising up from the realm itself. And Daisha, Kori, and Emin, you just see like a pulse, like almost like an EMP pulse, almost just this tide of flowers just across the entire glade, and vines sprout up around the trunks of the trees, and all of the branches and leaves spring to their proper colour, and the leaves and boughs are festooned in flowering vines.
Me Okami vibes right now.
But as Willie returns to himself and removes himself from the land, so do those signs of life retreat and wither and disappear, and the malaise of Skabatha's blight takes hold once more.
Does Willie see any of this or just feel it?
The flowers? That part of
Yeah,
it?
the flowers.
No, his eyes were closed. He was in the land.
So like he opens his eyes to be like
Nothing's
surrounded by
changed.
dead flowers.
And yeah, it's just wilted and it's all just gray.
Yes.
Willie has one wet eyelid, you know, and he's kind of shaking, and he realizes where he needs to go, what he needs to do, but he's not sure how he can. Is he losing his mind? But all he really, really knows is after feeling that connection that had been gone for so long, and like not just the connection that he had known, just this powerful, overwhelming, visceral, physical connection, all this information, colorful and overwhelming, coming in from everywhere. It was like his first hit of heroin. And the second thought in his mind is, when can I feel that again? And then he turns, Emin, so, where are we going next?
So mandatory shout out to Jennifer and the fantastic musicians of the BBC Philharmonic.
Yeah, that was good.
Hold on. What was that?
Oh, I was just exercising a gift that I had received that I hadn't tried yet for fear of what might result. And for a moment, I felt as though I was connecting with the land of hither or tither.
Prisma.
Yeah,
Prismia. Yeah, Prismia.
I think that you succeeded. That was pretty incredible.
If unfortunately temporary, looking at the flowers.
What are you talking about? Daisha, what is he saying? It was pretty incredible. I went in the center of the ring and I closed my eyes. What is
Look
incredible?
down at the floor.
And you
at the
made
number of
This-
corpse
Everything
flowers.
blue.
Nothing left, Corey.
They're gone? It's just gone? Like, there's no remnants of just dead flowers either? Really? Huh.
You made everything bloom.
For a while.
You clever. You are getting me back for your thinking with the language, Mr. Hammond. I believe.
No,
No, it
no,
was
dear. You exploded
everywhere.
into a bloom wave. Like, you know the thing my hair does? But like mass scale. For like a few seconds, and then it went bye-bye as soon as you opened your eyes.
You were connected with the whole landscape. It was flowers everywhere. You didn't notice, or you had to have felt something, because it was just like colors, piñata, amazing, away.
As soon as she says you had to have felt something, a look flashes across Willie's face, like a little quiet kind of like smirk, like, oh yeah, I felt something and I want to feel that again.
Oh,
You know, it's like-
dang, fully addicted.
Not since your first connection with Zabelna, if you felt that.
Yeah, it's like the addicts always chase the first high, and this one. So yeah,
I think, Corey, I think maybe you'd recognize a glint in the eye of certain connections with Adonius long ago as well.
Yes, I think Corey's just like, nostalgia. So young.
and also Roro.
It's like, it's like she's just like, no, let him find out. I'm not going to warn him because you never warn. You just get in trouble.
Sorry, speaking of Roro, I'd like to thank the solemnity of the writing for stopping me doing the Scooby-Doo voice for the Blink Dogs. It's tempting.
I was half expecting blink dogs, blink dogs, blink dogs.
They
That's what you
Schluter,
heard.
they do
Schluter would
look
be
a
offended.
bit like less jowly Great Danes.
They're so cute.
I feel that. Sidebar: is Pinata native Sylvan?
I want it to be.
I feel like it's a fun enough word.
No, it's from the that very specific kingdom from the Radiant Citadel. There is a
Oh, nice.
Is there really?
yeah,
Nice.
Mexican Spanish one.
I love that. I love that a lot.
Check out the one shot that they did. I think it was it D&D Beyond or Roll20 that did it? I forget. But they like Matt Mercer was one of the players. They had an amazing cast, and they did the whole like it was like a Day of the Dead set. It was just this incredible
so
set
much
of
fun.
flowers and food.
Wow.
It was, it was
marigolds.
incredible. Yeah. So good. I haven't actually watched the
played a
session. I just saw the
Grave
set. I was
Cleric
just
that
like,
Day of the Dead themed. So good. Anyway, getting back to it.
Yeah, so we need to find a tree end. But actually, we're going to the lake first. So,
All right.
and Emin is like pretty still kind of in awe, like shaken up by what he just saw Willie do.
It's very interesting. Corey's like opposite. She's filled with like more concern. Just
'Cause
like
I think
I'd be
even
there.
in all of Emin's time in Prismere, he probably has never seen something like that before.
Mhm.
So, to the lake, up, everybody.
Yes.
okay. And
If you see that tree with the branches, let a girl know. Use them?
and Juniper galumphs out of the glade, leading the way.
Oh, who's a good terrifying beastie?
Now, you make your way into the trees once more, and the shade of the canopy envelops you. And as you make your way up towards the location that you remember, Emin, the forest rises up a hillside, just a gentle one, towards the upside of things there. And from the rise of this hill, just from the top of it, you glimpse through the trees your destination. And you see mists drifting over the surface of this small lake. Forested crags line the shore on one side of the lake, and mossy boulders protrude from the shallows. Near the center of the lake is a rocky islet. And that's all you can see at the moment.
Question from the cheap seats. Are we now in Danland?
Excuse me?
Are we now in Danland?
No, this is official.
Oh, okay then. Okay, we're still safe. All right. All right.
And that's a bold
Speaking of,
statement.
I should do that. There you go.
I was about to say, that's a bold
Yeah,
statement.
you got chucked again. I'm in.
I can't see it over
Oh,
there.
man.
I can't see
I know,
it
yeah.
over the Daisha.
You can move yourselves. It's okay.
All right.
Wait, whoa.
Oh God.
Wayward pool. Nice.
I knew it. All right, Willie
not-
will stand stock still
not
on
that
the
that
edge of the lake.
Not that that is evidence, because Dan's amazing graphics are exactly the same.
Right.
So confusing.
We compare and contrast here, folks. Okay.
Oh, it's
Official Wayward Pool. Floating Isles.
it's what is it? The Wayward Pool uses a slightly thicker pixel ratio for its black outline.
Right. But it's such a good.
Okay, graphic artist. God.
That's true. I was like,
Get
oh yeah,
called
there you
out. Get called out.
We're just
Right.
just
But
it's
no.
such a good mimic.
Oh,
of
yeah.
go. It is really good.
Amazing. So, Floating Isles. That Floating Isles is Dan's original one. And then this is the official one that
That's
came
nice.
with the map. Yeah. Okay. So, Willie, you do not get to the edge of the water. As all of you start making your way towards this, you descend off the hill and down into the trees again, and you're making your way, and then the path starts to rise, and after a short time you emerge on the top of a hill and glimpse through the trees a lake with a rocky islet and a forested shore.
Yes! I love it.
Okay. Emin is trying to remember what would happen, like something that would happen every time they came here. And it's probably the antlers, the headdress. So, is there any way that I can try to remember or identify the specific, like, foliage that Emin's father would wear on his head?
I've said my piece. That is how much you remembered.
Okay.
Just a distant memory of your father being silly. Also, you thought.
Right.
Perhaps your brother would remember more.
Oh, wow. Backhanded. Wow.
Dang. Sibling rivalry.
And Emin is just kind of like fly around in a circle, like trying to think. Like, are there any trees that are like different?
Do you fly around the location, or do you try and fly to the pool?
While he's thinking, probably just around like that immediate location. I think he would get the bug to try to like fly to the pool.
As you do, the mists that kind of rolling across the surface build, and it rises up into a full-on fog bank, and you can't see the water anymore. And then you emerge from the fog, and the hilltops in front of you. You can see the others kind of waving. Hey.
And Emin would say to the others, "This is not.
Snoodle,
This
Snoodle,
is not what
Juniper,
would happen."
Juniper.
Only Snoodle does it.
Something's different. We are missing something.
You mentioned something about Atlas, dear.
Nothing about the immediate area is like terribly different from how I remember it, right? Other than maybe like signs of like blight.
Yeah, apart from the general, that's everywhere. Yeah.
Right.
So, how did you do it? Or do you have a method? You went here to camp, yes?
Yeah. All the time.
What's the name of the place? You just told us we're going to a lake. Does it have a name?
Yeah. Dad used to call it the Wayward Pool. And I never understood why, because we always just went.
Well, how did you go? Did you skip? Did you jump? Did you walk backwards? Travel with distance?
No. No, there wasn't any silly walking or silly flying or... The only silly thing about it was the thing that my dad did.
Which was?
He would wear branches on his head. But for the life of me, I can't remember what kind.
Perhaps it doesn't need to be a kind.
It's funny, actually. I mean, as you kind of ponder the mystery of this lost memory, why it doesn't hold true in your mind like you imagined it would, like this thing that happened every summer, every
right,
period of time,
right.
every 20 material name plane minutes.
It's like, what are seasons when you're in the summer court all the time? And you actually stop and think about it, and it dawns on you, there were pixies at Grandfather Tree that you thought were new arrived. But then, now that you're thinking it in this context, with this extra evidence, no, they had been there when you were a child as well. And you realize that your time in the material plane has made parts of your entire Fae experience fade and disappear. Oh, welcome, Ben. Hello, welcome in, sir.
Yeah.
Good to have you. We are enjoying all of the sounds of the Feywild. Everyone, remember, check out our fabulous buddies down under. Get yourself a free 30-day trial of good sounds for your players' ears.
So.
I think Emin, like, as he's buzzing around and he has this thought to himself that, like, this kind of revelation that, no, they had been there the whole time, and he starts to kind of search his memory, and he is realizing that there's these fuzzy patches and that they weren't really that long ago, but they were, and he is gonna stop and like sit on the ground and kind of like massage his temples a little out of frustration and say, why can't I remember?
Well, people forget.
Yeah, but this is different. This is, I don't know, advanced forgetting.
How long were you in the material plane, dear?
I don't know, 10, 12 years? Material plane time?
And if your brother hasn't aged a day,
I hadn't said it, but
it's alright.
when you're right,
I've
you're
been
right.
there.
I mean, I don't remember a lot of my time in the Feywild either.
It may happen in reverse. I don't remember much of the time when I was in the material plane. It was very long ago, and I've aged quite a bit of time here.
I did. Is this place rejecting me?
I wouldn't say so. But as you get older, you forget a lot.
When Corey says older, Emin, like, he winces with like his entire body. And he like waves a hand, he like bats a hand at Corey and says, "Don't say that.
Don't say what?
Old.
There's nothing wrong with it.
So I just want to say, rest in peace, Robin Williams. Such big Peter Pan vibes.
Nothing wrong.
Emin's gonna hold up the poster with the sketch of his brother on it, and point at it and point at himself, and say like, "This isn't a big deal."
Well, if you still love him the same, what's the point?
And Emin will make a big show of like waving his hands, both of his hands out like that. And I was like, "But."
Okay. I don't remember many things from when I was on the material plane. I don't remember many people either. And dipping in and out of it.
Corey, I appreciate it. And I think it would be a little bit different if I wasn't home trying to show you guys all of this stuff. I don't know.
Is it important that it was what it was? Or is it important that it is what it is? And if they're both important at about the same point.
Yeah, he'll kind of ponder it for a second, like put his hand on his chin, and then he'll say, both.
Good.
So many things about this place are, ritual and whimsy and dumb antlers made of tree branches that you put on your head, and that's all this place is.
And the material plane can be counting and blood and laughter and mead. It can be both. Both is important. And as time passes, we choose what to remember.
Again, when Corey says time passes, he, with his entire body, he almost like a petulant child, he pulls his legs and arms in, and then like rolls back and on his shell, his closed shell, and rolls around, and he's like, no. Okay. There are bigger things to do here. Maybe we have to come back. Maybe Maxty knows. He never left. He never forgets.
Well, maybe Maxie knows. Maybe Maxie doesn't. But it's okay if you cannot show us this place that you're so keen to. You can show us others. You have shown us already. It's alright. No one and no place is ever the same thing twice. No matter what you may think.
Now that's really true.
Unfortunate, isn't it?
And he kind of collects himself and stands up and dusts himself off, and he you know what? Fine. Yes, I'm older. I'm a professional. We have other things to do.
You can be a professional and still have fun.
And that's what it's like working at a carnival. Well, specifically the Witchlight Carnival. And sometimes. maybe we need to find Maxie's end first.
We can, if you wish. We're trusting your guide here.
Well, we went right. Let's go left.
All right. Or left, I suppose.
Maybe up. What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't know this place anymore. Sorry. This is hard.
Why don't we go down to the lake and take a dip, wash our clothes,
Daisha.
camp for the evening, rest?
Daisha,
Billy, I would love nothing more.
About 5 minutes ago, Emin started speaking common.
Okay, cool, nice.
And as soon as he did, so did Corey. So you would have picked up on that. She's looking kind of like.
I just assumed that I was getting whispers from Willie in my ear the whole entire time.
Right.
Up to that
Gently.
point.
Until he didn't have to,
probably
yes. Now,
He's throwing a tantrum that he can't find good toast. I don't know what he's doing.
And
Emin,
I would say-
much as when the spell hit you in the first place, you didn't notice at all. You just carried on through, and Corey didn't break the moment by mentioning it.
No. I would also say, as Corey is mentioning time passing, like she's looking understanding, sad, happy, if that makes sense. Like, and like you would have all heard that she grew up in the Feywild, and that time passes.
Willie, I would love to go to the lake. Wait, we're in common again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Willie,
we
I
are
would
back
love
into
to go
common.
to the lake, but we can't.
Why not? Why not?
Because I don't
Remember how to
the
swim.
thing that my dad put on his head.
Why does that matter?
It's
Because we can't reach it.
it has to be like a key or something. I like a password. I don't know. But until we figure that out, we can't go to the lake. It's just gonna keep spitting us out. It's not worth. I can't even fly over it.
Willie will look at him, walk to a nearby tree with some low-hanging branches, and just pop a couple of unoffending, maybe 18-inch long branches with leaves and greenery, and walk back to Evan. Try it now. It could be simpler than you are making it. Coco, you're the fairy. It will work. Take it. Go. Trust.
Emin will look kind of surprised that he didn't immediately try this. And
Plus, Willie's really charismatic right now. He's really
Right.
persuasive. You should do
So-
this.
And Corey's
you know,
just like, have some fun.
Live.
what do I gotta lose?
You're getting old.
Fine.
Live.
And he'll pretend he didn't hear what Willie just said and hold the branches off this tree to his head and try to fly into the, towards the lake.
Maybe you should make tree noises too.
Tree? What a tree
If you
noise!
believe you could make it to the pool, perhaps you can.
Believe that you
Believe.
can do it.
Believe.
That's just the story.
Power of the
Why
belief.
not? Be belief. That's
This
what
is
we're
the
saying.
best.
Manifest getting to the lake. You can do it.
Fine.
As Emin takes off,
I know you'll get
Willie
to the
will-
root of it. Don't worry.
Ah,
as Emin takes off, Willie will look over at Corey and in Sylvan, I don't think this is going to work.
Oh, even if it doesn't, it'll be fun.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly.
Emin, explain to me exactly what you're doing.
okay. So Emin is going to take the two branches. He has taken the two branches that Willie gave him, and he's holding them like on his head, because he is flying. And he's going to try to fly down the path to the lake and think to himself, man, I really want to see this lake. I really want to take my friends to this lake that I've had so many fantastic memories made at, and I want to make some more.
Okay.
My
Aw.
kokoro.
You take two nearby branches, place them on your head. And with the buzz of your wings, you go up over the trees. And
John's cueing boss monster music.
Let's go.
what?
Yes, always. Why not?
Did you just say stop talking? Or
Double
didn't you just
crits.
rant about
Who
Prince Charlie?
knew?
Oh, poor Patch. When you rolled that double crit that one time. My god. And then you needed the one because you couldn't go
Yes.
above the AC. That was bull.
Yep. Okay. So, you place the branches and think those happy thoughts and make your way down the hillside, winding through the trees into the dip before the rise up towards the lake and the mountainside. You rise up through the trees and emerge from between the trunks and see the back of your friends.
And Emin is gonna fly right up to, retake his spot in the group, still holding the branches on his head, and he's gonna say, well, that one didn't work, but
Well, Willie will hold out his hands for the branches. You're still holding to your
Oh,
hand.
What? Sorry,
yeah.
Emin, you hear Emin's voice behind you. Oh, well, that didn't work. Tell me, Emin, does a natural 20 hit you?
yeah.
I am looking.
it!
I don't know where
I
you
knew
are
it!
in reality, but I'm looking at you on my screen, Charlie. Looking at you.
Oh, come on. He gave us so much roleplay. You know something was going to get us. Ugh.
Yeah, that hits me.
As you hear that cry, you turn and spin around, and emerging from the trees behind Emin, you see the bushes themselves moving, skittering through the leaf matter and the moss of the forest floor, and behind them, wild-eyed and bushy hair, all miskempt and filled with twigs and leaves, you see a crazed-looking dryad. Yes, this is them. They're the ones, they're working for her. She cut down my tree, and now we found them. Let's show these villains the true meaning of revenge. And they all rush forwards towards you, and that is where we will return.
And I used my damn Fey presence.
Sis!
How
For
the
roleplay.
initiative rolls.
Oh, you want us
Okay.
to do their initiative now?
Nope. We shall do that next week.
Yeah, oh, lordy.
As we will
Lordy,
join us.
lordy.
Okay. Thank you, my friends. That was absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad that that massive raid came in, and everyone got to see what wonderful people you are. An amazing RP. That was very nicely timed. A huge thank you to Loco Somber. Jay, if you're still there, thank you so much, my friend. Absolute legend. And Ben as well. Great to have you there. Thank you for joining us and enjoying all of the wonderful little sounds and just what kind of moments they can conjure, along with some great storytellers. Okay, thank you, everybody. Now, as we are wrapping up there. I'm afraid that is all. But if you are not already, we are about to draw our prize draw. We have a fantastic module from CZRPG known as the Scarred Jungle. It is beautiful. It has beautiful maps. It is awesome encounter design. Drop it into a campaign. You play it as a one-shot. More news on it being played as a one-shot in just a moment. And you can have your chance to win it right here, right now. Exclamation mark enter in chat if you want the chance to win, as we are going to draw that in just a moment after we've said goodbye and said a few things that are coming up in the near future. Okay, first and foremost, let us say a big thank you to these wonderful people. Daisha, where can people find you when you're not in the Veil World?
People can find me at Vex Vending on Instagram and at vexvending.com. We haven't been as up to date on our Instagram as we usually are, but we have been posting stories of different vending machines in different places that vend things other than snacks, art, creative items, thrifted items, nifty things. Check us out.
Thank you. Okay. Corey, where are you when you're not in the Feywild?
When I'm not in the Feywild, you can find me at ScarletSong_, where I paint on the regular. Tonight we're going to be working on a big 10-character campaign piece, so if you're interested in D&D art of any kind...
For example?
For example, this piece I recently did of a Earth of Vengeance Paladin, like level 15, like death tails and heavy metal covers all the way. It was great. I loved it.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of Sirenscape, Ben, if you're still there, thank you so much for Avernus Rock. So good. Okay. Yes, indeed. That beautiful, beautiful art by our good friend Corey, aka Scarlet here. Let me put those links in chat so you can get in the places you need to be. Boom! There they are. Catch them up on all their things. Thank you. And Emin, thank you so much for today. That was a lovely scene with you and Corey. I loved it. Also to be found at Vexed Vending. Thank you so much. And Charlie, please.
Hi everyone, I am DM Charlie from DM Charlie Gaming. We are a community of diverse and passionate role players built around a cadre of phenomenal, vetted professional DMs. We hold fast to one thing. We want to consistently provide you with exceptional and memorable role-playing experiences, and I think we do. DM Charlie Gaming. Discover your legend. Love your game.
Thank you.
Back to you, John.
Thank you so much. Okay, now, we're having to say goodbye today, but we are going to be seeing you again very, very soon. No Center's Tyranny today, but we will be playing Candlekeep Mysteries on Saturday, and that'll bring us into next week. What's happening next week? Oh, yes, a massive charity stream. Feast your eyes, my friends. Boom! Next week, we are going to be raising money for the fantastic Elevated Access. Please join us. We will have one-shot Runic character generation on Monday. We will have Out of the Abyss, Barovia and Beyond, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Jacinta's Tyranny, and the High Seas as our Spelljammer campaign starts and continues on. And you can join us for all of those, including our new guests that we have here between Stephanie and myself. We have our fabulous guests who are joining us. Scarlet64, Darling Creep Show, who was in chat before, came in with the raids. Good to see you. And Time Lord's wife joining us for a very special one-shot roulette game on the Friday evening or Saturday morning, depending where you are in the world, July 29th or 30th. Please do not miss that fantastic, fantastic game. And if you want to join us on Monday, you can help create the awesome randomly generated characters that we will be inflicting upon them all.
Yes.
And Stephanie, you two can't wait to play. Okay, now, as you can see, we have lots of friends in our endeavors here. You can have your chance. Every $5 donated through the week will get you into the prize draw. We have prizes from Troll Lord Games, Ice Cream Dice, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, Dan Karn himself, Hero Forge Minis, Vexed Vending, Phoenix Dice, Nathrax 3D Minis, and, oh, is that a DM Charlie Gaming logo I see there? Yes, it is. The wonderful people at DM Charlie Gaming, Charlie in particular, have offered to give one lucky winner and 4 of their friends, was it Charlie?
4 of their friends. Party of 5.
Their friends. A party of 5 will be given the chance to play our CCRPG giveaway, The Scarred Jungle, with DM Charlie himself. an absolutely wonderful, wonderful chance at a wonderful RP experience.
That's
I
super
hope
awesome.
that you are able to jump in and enjoy that, so you've got a chance to win that very, very awesome experience, as well as all of the other amazing prizes that are going to be available there as well. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms have also given us a code which will be in chat in every stream, available to everyone to grab themselves an Electrum chest in the game there. And that is all going to be kicking off next week. Do help us raise money, influence play, get those wild magic surges going, get whatever you. There's going to be all sorts of options as always to how you can influence the game and see just what happens as we have several very important fights going on. The Out of the Abyss crew against those demons in the mountain temple. The Barovia and Beyond crew are battling against depleting oxygen and huge Anubian sand monsters. The Well Beyond the Witchlight crew are battling this Dryad and her awakened Tree Blight enemy friends here. And Jacinta's Tyranny will be seeding more chaos as always over on the Sea of Fallen Stars. Then we shall see what lies in wait for our high seas adventurers as they venture into realm space on a mission to a certain spot known as Garden. Now, you can have your influence. You can influence what happens with those games, all those things that are going on. Let's come back to our lovely faces. Hello. And we are so excited to have this and hopefully able to raise a ton of money for that amazing cause there. Now, speaking of Spelljammer, is there anything else happening? Oh, yes, indeed. This Friday night, or Saturday morning, depending where you are in the world, less than 24 hours from now, we will be running a community one-shot. Wonderful, wonderful people from our Discord will be taking their place as cadets at the Spelljammer Academy, as we have 4 classes of cadets playing through each of the little one-shots that Wizards is releasing before Spelljammer comes out next month. So, please join us if you're able at 9 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Japanese time, to meet our first class of cadets, the freshman year, and we shall see what the Academy has in store for them. Okay, a massive, massive thank you to everyone. That has been a pleasure as always. One last thing to do before we head off into the world. Giveaway, indeed. Let me do a quick refresh, make sure everyone has been got in there. Good luck, everybody. Okay. So, as we are wrapping up here. Okay, I'm closing the entries. Boop. Good luck, everybody. Today's copy of The Scarred Jungle from CCRPG goes to Nuclane. Congratulations, my friend.
Congrats. Yay.
Double check we're still in chat here.
Yes.
Give me a second, because it's
Nuke.
a lot of people in chat at the moment. Yes, still logged in there. Congratulations. Omedetou gozaimasu. And we shall be getting that to you in the very near future. Everyone who's given us a follow today, thank you so much. We're on the cusp of 1,500 followers. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
So hype.
And everyone that's joined today will be getting their Discord invite. Keep an eye on your Twitch whispers for that. Hey, Daisy, how you doing? See you for Candlekeep Mysteries. And we shall see all of you very, very soon. Now, who's on? Where can we head our raiding? See if any of our stream team are on. Not right now. Not right now. Okay, our good friends over at the Adventure Archive give a little taste of some sci-fi flavors before we head into our Spelljammer campaigns this weekend. They are playing something called Death in Space. Let's head over there and see what's going on at the Adventure Archive, our friends over there. So, you know how it goes, folks. Stick around for that raid to get those channel points, and you can help out our adventurers. Not next week, because it's all going to be donation-based next week, but the week after you can jump in and help out in our various campaigns and adventures as we head off into the worlds of D&D. Now, that's all today though. Stick around for that raid if you've got them. Let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, let's see around these parts.
Oyasumi.
Oyasumi.